I made villagers build their own village over the course of 5 days in Minecraft. We were stranded in the middle of an Arctic biome. Can we survive and recruit more villagers, build farms, and even build houses? And to make it even more interesting, right now there are a bunch of players building their own village, and we're going to find out who can build the better village. Okay, boys, welcome to the Arctic region. Oh my god, it is so cold. But look at the mountains. Oh my gosh, this place is so beautiful. I see we have a couple of human artifacts lurking around here. Maybe there's some things we can loot that'll help us around. Hey, that's exactly what I was hoping would be in here. Aki, it's good to see you, my friend. I thought you died. Well, my friends, there's no better time to start than now. This is our home for the next 5 days. Isn't it beautiful? We've got a giant mountain right over there, and of course this mega awesome cliffside. Whoa, there's even a giant cave. Okay, that's actually really gonna come in handy. But guys, we gotta get to work, so let's start chopping some trees, shall we? So the villagers got to work, chopping trees and collecting resources. And that's about how the players started as well, wasting no time ravaging the land and settling in.
Also, we should probably...
Oh Lord, it's so hard to walk on snow.
Hello?
Okay, message board is done.
The players had a plan in place to work together, splitting into groups based on their specialty. For this challenge, they each got to pick a role to play in their village. There were farmers, builders, miners, and even warriors. And with such a big population, they had a major advantage over the villagers. But the villagers had a plan. For this village, we have a bunch of Arctic-themed houses that we could build. And for those of you who are new around here, some of these village houses give us special villagers who can do very unique tasks. But as you can see, some of them are very expensive. But lucky for me, some of them are very cheap, like these igloos. So I'm thinking we get to work, collecting some snow so that hopefully we can build a couple of igloos. This is our inventory where we have access to a bunch of different blocks that we're able to craft. In this case, we can place down a crafting table. Hey guys, we need a crafter. Who's it gonna be? Hey, thank you, Fed. Welcome to the crafting table squad. Hey, there's Narfi, look. And now we can actually assign our very own craftsman. This is gonna allow us to craft anything we want for our village. The only way the villagers had any chance of keeping up with the players was to focus on population. That meant they had to bring more villagers to their town. Look at these guys getting to work. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, we've got 1,000 snowballs. That means we should be able to craft as many blocks as we're gonna need for this. 330 snow blocks. That is what I'm talking about. Let's go. And if I'm not mistaken, now we can build our very own igloo, which in this case, I think I'm gonna build this one. It's a little bit nicer. Our very first house. That is what I'm talking about. Takutsu, Aki, Travis, Fed, and we got our boy Noah here. Look at this. Guys, hurry, it's getting cold. It's getting really cold out here. Hey, and just like that, our igloo is complete. And as you'll notice, it adds 2 beds. As soon as we get more than 5 beds at a village, more villagers start to spawn. So, that can only mean one thing. It's time for more igloos. The goal was to build as many igloos as they could. Luckily, the snow wasn't exactly hard to get, since it was quite literally all around them. But igloo after igloo, the villagers were expanding. Hey guys, look, I'm helping. I'm just kidding, I can't mind. Hey guys, maybe we should be planting our trees back. You know, that seems like a good idea, right? We don't want to run out of wood. Small house number 3, the big igloo, coming up. Guys, we are really doing a number. We're about to have so many more villagers. If you ask me, I think we've already built a village. Look at this place. Unfortunately, the villagers spent every minute of the day plowing snow and building igloos, so they weren't able to make as much progress on day 1. Luckily, the players were easily distracted.
I'm going to cook the most extravagant spaghetti, and then I'm going to fool, I swear, I'm gonna fool System Z into my traps.
Nuh-uh. 40th trip up and down the stinking cliff.
Do you want me to do it this time? Because I'm free to if you want it.
It's fine. Come here.
Just set up a food shop.
Out here in the middle of nowhere? People would starve trying to walk here.
Middle of nowhere.
Help.
I only got here by getting lost in a mine shaft and staircasing up.
Let me point you in the direction of where the starting thing is. It's literally
spawn is
by
literally
that
just right over there.
Interesting.
Okay, this is where we came from.
Despite being scattered all around the island, the players were all working together towards their greater goals. While some players were cave spelunking in the mines, others were harvesting food and hunting animals.
vote.
Yeah.
We vote.
Why not?
I think.
One disadvantage for the players was how easily chaos could erupt.
Wrong direction.
Surrender now. Surrender now. Or I will.
Maybe that's why the players scattered. Nevertheless, most players stayed focused, spending the first day gathering resources and breaking soil to build the first of many houses to come. And as of day one, everything was going all right. It was the start of day 2, and the villagers didn't waste a minute of it. We're gonna need a blacksmith's house, which is gonna be very expensive. But luckily for me, there's a giant open cave over here, and I might be able to get our villagers to come over here and start mining. That's gonna be very helpful for blocks like andesite and other cave blocks. Honestly, if we could get a wooden miner's house and place a quarry right here, that would be amazing. Unfortunately, we don't have anywhere close to enough resources. Attaboy, Takutsu! We're definitely gonna need diorite. You guys are just trucking along on the andesite. We are making progress, boys. These blacksmith houses are not cheap, so we've got a lot of crafting to do. I know it doesn't seem like much, but this will allow us to finally smelt all sorts of blocks that we need in order to progress. I think the question is, how many beds is this gonna bring to the village? That's what I want to know. Oh, is it done? I think it's done. Hey! What? But nevertheless, now we can hire 2 blacksmiths. Well, next up, we need to build this forester's home, which I honestly don't even know if this is gonna be possible. Glass? A flower pot? Hello? Out of everything around us, this is all of our sand. This is all we have. Attaboy, trust me, the food is on the way. I will not let you starve. Not today. Maybe tomorrow. Narfi, it would be really great if you would help out around here. Oh, who's this? Is that your son? Okay, I've got the glass smelting. Now we just need to go on a crafting frenzy. 1 lantern coming up. Spruce fence, spruce stairs, a bunch of oak slab, more snow blocks, a couple of ladder, some oak fence, 1 flower pot, a bunch of cobblestone stair, and we're once again gonna need a bunch of andesite. Oh no, we have a big problem. These guys are eating rotten flesh. They're so hungry. They've resorted to all that we have. We've got to build this forester's home fast. Once we do that, we're going to be able to build a farm and have our very own farmers to automate farming. Boys, we worked hard for this one, so soak it all in. Food is on the way. With that out of the way, the villagers could finally solve a big problem. For every new villager that comes to town, they needed more food to feed them. And without a forester's home, there was no way to harvest anything. That was until now. Next thing on my agenda is to build a small or a large farm. I think I'm gonna go with the small farm. Here we go, once again building with a bunch of spruce trapdoor. And now we need seeds. But I have an idea for that. Lucky for us, the villagers can break grass and collect seeds. Come on, guys. Have you found any more seeds? 22. We're so close. I think we only need 24. Come on, guys. We're so close. All we need now is 1 composter. And finally, we can build 1 small farm. I know it's probably weird, but guys, build it on the ice. This is the only place where we've got space down here. And that way, it's not in the way of all of our precious building space. That is what I'm talking about, guys. We finally have a farm. Food is on its way. Now we can hire 2 farmers. Let's go. Maybe 3 farmers, why not? Looking good, Brandon. Looking good, Jeff. Oh, we got Aki. Aki's been upgraded to a farmer. That's what I'm talking about. You know, your grandfather would be very proud of you, Aki. Now we just have to wait. Don't worry, guys. Food is on its way. I've got a lot of really cool ideas for this village, but the most important is a gigantic door leading into a mysterious temple embedded into the side of this cliff. But in order to do that, we're gonna need a lot of resources. And to do that, we're gonna need a lot of villagers. So for now, we're on igloo duty and all kinds of other builds. Watch out, Dean! Dean! Rest in peace, Dean. But he wasn't the only one resting in peace.
Closer is dead.
To come to the spawn.
Rest in peace. Closer die.
Bro, why?
Hey, what's going on here?
Bro, you'll die. Then we brought you back to
Oh my
life.
god.
Am I not
The
allowed to
ghost.
step away for 2
Oh.
seconds?
No, you're not
He
allowed
came
to
back from the life.
With the beginning of day 2, the players were doing everything they could to stay ahead, with most players either building or collecting resources so that others could. As far as I could tell, the players were adapting to their new home very well. Well, most players.
Hey, if you cut it the wrong direction, it will kill you.
Yeah, my name's literally Asia. I should know how to
Yeah,
do
like,
it.
why would
Okay. Keep eating the pufferfish.
Sans, I think the humans are trying to pet me. Sans, what do I do? Sans. Right. All right, on the count of 3.
Ow.
3,
My
2.
fishing rod broke.
They attacked me.
Go on, get you varmints.
For the players, it was progress as usual, with everyone settling in comfortably, and some a little too comfortably.
Are we really building a house out of netherrack?
That's terrible.
Despite their village being a little sore on the eyes, all of their hard work was about to pay off after a certain someone came to town for a little visit.
What's Narfi here?
What, we found a bear?
What's Narfi here?
Haha, bear!
Yes, here.
Oh, Nerfy!
Chowy Narfi.
We found Nerfy! Okay, somebody lead this thing. Aha!
Why is there a polar bear now?
Meanwhile, the villagers were gearing up for a day of expansion. Okay, boys, today is the great expansion, starting by snow plowing a bunch of snow blocks, because I want to build a bunch of igloos and put them everywhere, with the hope of recruiting more villagers so that we can start mining more blocks. A lot of the buildings that we're gonna build require a bunch of stone, so I really need to create a quarry. I want to build a wooden miner's house, and I'm gonna put it right here in this quarry. The hope is that we can start mining very quickly and get all of the resources we need to build some of the more complicated houses. And with all of that work behind them, by the end of day 2, the villagers had set the foundation for what would later become their village. Day 3, a day of intense competition. Both the villagers and players were building forward, each fueled by the desire to build the better village.
This is so cool.
Yeah, look what Pazzu's building over here.
Whoa. I feel like down in the pit is just the goofball hole.
Yeah.
Ew, a bridge. I could convert this into the Bridge of Doom, and then I would capture all the humans that way. Hello, how was your day? I'm just looking at this beautiful bridge. I was thinking, could I renovate it to make it a giant Bridge of Doom? Yes.
Yeah, why not?
Thank you so much. Oh, you will not regret this. Oh, you will not regret this at all.
I'm sure.
And so it was settled. Papyrus was granted space for an evil lair, a place to let evil plans flourish.
Now that they're gone, I can continue my contingency plan, which is to capture System Z. Oh, this will be amazing.
Well, maybe. Meanwhile, the other players were making incredible progress, shaping the land to fit their needs and building ways to make travel easier. But the villagers weren't doing so bad themselves. And now we need to craft a bunch of stone pickaxes. And while we're at it, a bunch of stone shovel. Those are the ingredients in order to hire a mining villager. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now normally this would take a very long time, but with 10 mining villagers, this should go pretty quickly. That is, if they would actually get to the job. What are you guys doing? The mine is this way. The biggest challenge for the villagers always seems to be gathering resources. But with the new quarry in the works, that wasn't going to be a problem anymore. Next on our agenda, I want to build a wooden lumberjack's house. I recently cleaned up the pit and got rid of our tree farm, so right now we have absolutely no source of wood. But the villagers have started building kind of a cool area for a tree farm, and I feel like right around here would be a great place for a lumberjack's house. We're just gonna need a lot of stone bricks. All right, boys, how's the quarry coming along? Oh, hey, look at them. They're mining away. Wooden lumberjack's house, finally ready. Let's go. I'm thinking we'll build it about right here. Let's go, villagers. Yeah, keep clapping. Let's go, villagers. Man, we are really making progress today. Look at this tree farm, Austin. Isn't it looking great? Lumberjack's house. Let's go. Now we can finally hire some lumberjacks. But first, how many beds? So we've got 1 and just 1? That's it? And now we can hire a lumberjack. And I don't really know how many I want, but I think I'll probably go with 5. That seems like a good start. Oh man, talk about a tree farm. That's what I'm talking about. Oh. Our first tree has grown. Unfortunately, that's only a wooden lumberjack's house, and we also only have a wooden miner's house, so we need to try and make upgrades to the stone and guild houses, but that's gonna be a lot easier said than done. I think in order to do that, we're going to need a lot more mining villagers, but unfortunately, we have to build more profession houses in order to hire more, because right now, it's capped at 10, and we have 16 villagers doing absolutely nothing. But you know what? I honestly think we might be able to build a stone miner's house. We're just gonna need to go and find some andesite and have them start mining that ASAP. Falling asleep in the mine. For every step the villagers take, the players take a leap. Up until this point, they worked like a well-oiled machine. Builders helping builders, and warriors helping warriors. But with every machine, all it takes to crumble is one loose screw.
Ew! Hey, Sans! There's someone with a snow there!
They uncovered a plot that they were mass-producing shovels to eradicate snow creatures.
What?
What?
Guess what I am?
Do you not see why my base is so rad and cool? Ignore that. No! Don't go down there!
No! We trapped a human!
Oh, you're right! Human, have your carrots! Yes!
Nuh-uh!
No, human.
Just stay in there.
You're now locked down there! Oh, what do we do now, Sans?
Unaware of the chaos brewing, the other players were called in for a town meeting, a progress update, to see how projects were coming along and whether anyone needed assistance.
Alright.
Okay, so I guess all of us were running out of materials, but the miners have been slacking on delivering resources for the rest of us.
It was a quiet but progressive day for the players, whose village had already come so far. Meanwhile, the villagers were preparing for their next big project. So I've kind of designated this area as the mining quarry, and I think I'm gonna make a small mining village over here on this little patch of land, starting with the stone miner's house. Hopefully this will allow us to hire more mining villagers to speed things up just a little bit. If only I could help, right? I feel like I could mine a little bit faster than these guys.
Yeah, right.
Take that back, Kyle. Take that back. A village within the village. Now that's how villagers take care of business. The mining town was going to bring a lot more mining power to the village. The mining colony is coming along nicely. We just need one final centerpiece for this little courtyard area, and Eric has the perfect idea. Come on, guys, I'm hungry and I'm waiting for some stew. Dylan, what you cooking? Oh man, what do we got? Air. Delectable. I feel like this is a great centerpiece for our little mining sector of our entire village that we're for some reason building all over the island. But despite that, there's a couple more things I want to do before we can call the mining village a success. Speaking of which, how's the mine coming along? Guys, why are we dying? What are we doing? Why? I don't know how, but I somehow missed this big house. This feels like the perfect, oh, that looks so cool. I'm just gonna pop a squat right here next to the stew while you guys build this big house number 1. Oh, it's so nice. Having villagers build for you. Would anyone like some stew? Guys, come back. It's the ribbon cutting ceremony. The new big house is done. How many beds? We got 1. Nice. Yes, we've got 4 beds. Now that's what I call a big house. Although I don't know who's sleeping in the prison. But you know what? We do need a jail when you have people like Travis running around. Well, I can finally say, it feels like things are finally starting to come together. It's really hard to build a nice village in an Arctic biome. Snow is just kind of everywhere, and it makes it look kind of messy. But it's coming along, right? Day 4 was a day of peace and prosperity. Well, not for everyone.
Our savior!
Oh, one way up to the surface.
Well, actually, I've been tunneling away out of here. We'll escape later.
We're gonna be here. I already have a room.
We're almost there, guys.
Hello, carrots! Hello, carrots! Carrots. I want the carrot!
Carrot.
I want the carrots! Hello, carrots!
Come on. Oh, the cat's going down there. Oh my god, the cat's going down there.
Carrots.
Build the base, let's go.
I've been tricked.
No.
There was something sinister brewing for the players, and its name was boredom. While most players focused on building, others couldn't help but be distracted by the side quest happening all around them.
What just went down here?
He just started mugging that guy.
Grace, I wouldn't do that. It's a bad decision.
Yo, I actually hit that. I'm on 3 hearts. Stop. Oh god. Bro, stop! I gave you this bomb. You trash. stop! You're kind of bad, but actually stop. I'm on a horse.
These distractions were exactly what the villagers needed in order to catch up to the players. I feel like the mining village looks pretty good. Yeah, I mean, for a little mining colony, I think this is exactly what you could expect. Unfortunately, I don't know why I decided to build it when this is where we're meant to be building. This is where the village is supposed to be. On the plus side, this is so far away, it's where I put the graveyard. Rest in peace to all of the fallen villagers. But you know what? I'm not complaining. After all, we needed a bunch of building resources in order to even build anything. Finish one mine, start another. That's what I'm talking about. I'm proud of you guys. You know what that means? We have a bunch of resources to finally be able to build a lot of houses. So then let's get to work, shall we? This is where I want to finish off our village with a gigantic mining door. These villagers are mining ancient robots coming out of the mountain. You'll see what I mean. And you know what? Why not get started with a miner's guild house? And so the villagers made their final upgrades towards a stronger workforce, bringing level 3 mining and lumberjack villagers to town. And while they build that, I want to upgrade to a stone lumberjack's house, which we could build somewhere in the tree farm district if we could find a place to build. I would like to build a lumberjack's guild house, but I'll be fine with this for now. How about that miner's guild house? Guys, come on. This isn't done. It's just not done. They gave up on the job. Oh, man. And we have 62 villagers. That's crazy. 40 of them are doing nothing. But that is all about the change. We have a bunch of resources, and I've got a lot of iron smelting, and we've got diamond, which can only mean one thing. Now that we've built a miner's guild house, we can actually hire a level 3 miner, which requires diamond tools. That is, once they finish the build. Hey, is it done? I think it is. And we've got more furnaces. We've got one bed, not bad. A barrel. Yeah, this place looks pretty good. What do you think, Raymond? Benjamin, you guys did a good job. Behold, the Miners Guild House. This is a very, very good accomplishment for this village. And it's fit with 2 beds and 3 furnaces. Lovely. Diamond pickaxes and diamond shovels. And without further ado, I am proud to present level 3 miners. Only 4 of them. That's all I can really afford right now, but that's enough, right? And while we're at it, let's hire a level 2 lumberjack. Okay, so far that's 2 buildings, but we're only just getting started. Next, I would like to immediately build a lumberjack's guild house, even though we have no more diamonds. I'm just gonna need more cobblestone stairs, a bunch of oak slabs, 1 crafting table, a stone cutter, some salves, some spruce stairs, some acacia stairs, and that's all. Okay, now where to put this thing? Let's go, villagers! I'm proud of you. I hope you know that. Very cool, very cool. Eric, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. How are you guys not cold? And while they build that, I think it's time for another upgrade. We've been surviving off of 1 farm. I think it's time we upgrade. Can somebody say farming?
Enlarging.
A good attempt, Eric. And now we can finally destroy this very awkward farm. Hey, I hope you guys don't mind I broke your other farm, but this should do, right? It looks great. And it's kind of off in the side. Yeah. Oh, what does our lumberjack's guild house look like? Not bad. Not bad. It looks exactly like the other one. And after a long day of gathering the resources necessary to make those upgrades, everything was in place for the villagers to start their final project. Meanwhile, the players were making progress of their own, working together by trading.
Yeah, it's 8 to make a lantern.
Thank you. You didn't have to do that, but we appreciate it. All right, we're headed out. Thank you.
Yep. Good luck.
Building.
I saw them, and I'm terrified to come down from them. What the heck?
And helping others gear up for protection. Good timing too, because one player accidentally started a pillager raid.
A raid? I'm so sorry! I'm so sorry!
How did you start a raid?
There's a Ravager.
No.
Oh,
Found him.
no!
Guys, I just wasted a totem.
Oh my god.
Ravager.
But despite that minor distraction, day 4 was a good day. I'd like to build a gigantic door. Like I said, I love the idea that these villagers are mining for ancient robot parts hidden in the cave. All right, boys, I think for now we start building this with cobblestone, and then we'll start adding more details later. You guys don't care, do you? Yeah, I didn't think so. Man, look at all the mining villagers going to work. Attaboy, Kyle. That's what I like to see. Kyle, I don't know how high you're going, but I'm thinking 18 blocks. That ought to do. We want this door to be huge. And so the villagers got to work on the centerpiece for their village, a giant giant door to enter the mine while they're uncovering something fascinating. Okay, my main objective is to make the pit look really awesome, and part of that is the surface right above the cliffside. And as I'm sure you've noticed, we placed igloos everywhere. And don't get me wrong, they look pretty good, despite the fact that they're all very dark and very cold. But I think it would maybe look a little bit better if we mixed a couple of other types of buildings in there. Starting with a big house, number 1, and maybe follow that with a small house, number 5. Finding a place to build houses on this entire map has been very difficult, and I think maybe we could get more spruce planks and build a couple of platforms along the side of the cliff. Now that's what I'm talking about. Not only did we build more platforms, but I also built this platform levee system. Yeah, it makes no sense mechanically, but at least it looks good, especially with our giant door. Man, this place is really coming together. Meanwhile, after the pillager raid, the players got back to work on their village, staying focused with the help of some players on patrol.
What's your progress right now?
We're working on making the gardens and doing a little terraforming around it too.
I just came to check your progress.
It's
I
going pretty
will
good.
go back. Remember, don't push anyone over. It's a really bad behavior, and that's something that you don't want to do to any other player. You understand?
So they spent their time finishing the projects they started on day 1. There was an epic cliffside cascade of houses and a really cool igloo terrarium. Some players had shops, and some players were even building a giant snowman. When it came to their village, the players left no stone unturned.
No more random giant towers, right? No more random trees, except right there.
Everything was wholesome until it wasn't.
We're trying to get revenge, but don't talk about revenge when Papyrus is here because he doesn't know.
This is against Papyrus?
This is against Papyrus.
This is not a cult.
Yo, hello, Papyrus! Hello, Papyrus!
Hello, Papyrus. Would you like to go to a friendship party?
Friendship party.
Let's go to a friendship party.
Friendship parties! Friendship parties!
Follow me!
The players were holding a sacrifice to cleanse Papyrus of his wrongdoing.
But if we leave it in the
This is a pretty cool party!
Yes,
it's a pretty cool
party! We have no sin.
Yes, it is!
We are only
This is a
fooling
pretty cool
ourselves.
party, I must
We're
say.
not living in the truth.
Y'all didn't tell me
No,
blood
go.
was part of this.
It is time to build a giant robot head. But before I build that, let me explain. This is where it all started, David. A beautiful mining trailer with a bunch of resources and a decommissioned mining bot. It really makes you wonder, what is it they're trying to extract from the mountain? And I just love the idea of it being giant robot parts. And that, my friends, is where the giant robot head comes in. Look at that. That looks so cool. I know it's not the best robot head, but I like it and I think it looks good. It's got like a little antenna. It's got goggles, a little mouth, a cold mouth. Austin is stuck. And the best part is they're doing research on it. Oh, I love that. So we've got new beds, we've got levers. I really don't know how this robot worked, but I guess it was easy to control. And so this robot head was the first thing they found in this giant cave. I have no idea how they got it out of there. And with only a couple of houses left to build, the villagers stayed focused on the mission to finish building their Arctic village. Don't you just love the sound of construction? And as the villagers were wrapping up, the players were celebrating the completion of their own village with an epic snowball fight after having eliminated the evil Papyrus. And though Sans was still out there, lurking in the shadows, the players felt at ease.
There we go. Okay. We all hooked?
Are we all hooked? Is everyone ready?
I am.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift off.
Oh my god.
It turns out building in the Arctic region is very difficult. Not only do you have to deal with a bunch of sloping snow, but also the resources are very scarce and there's like no food anywhere. But you know what? I'm proud. I'm proud of what we built here today. I think this looks really, really cool. And let's not forget, we also have like 1 billion igloos scattered all around the village. This has been by far one of the most difficult challenges we've done in this series. But nevertheless, I'm proud of what we've done here. We've got the little mining colony with an awesome crock pot of delicious stew, which I mean, come on. Without this, there is no way we could have gotten any of the resources we needed to build the rest of the village. And then we've got the living quarters, where we basically throw a ton of igloos everywhere. But hey, villagers gotta live, am I right? And along these paths takes us to the tree farm area, where we've got Lumberjack's houses. And as you can see, they've been very productive. And of course, that brings us to our final area, the quarry project. Yeah, it's kind of another mining district. But hey, this one is a little bit more spectacular. In case you were wondering what's in here, it's Harold, the bad villager. Yeah, he's a fashion icon though, I will admit. I wish I would have been able to build a little bit more, but hey, I'm happy. And you know, as difficult as this was, I think we did all right. So, who built the better village? The villagers or the players? I think that's a question better answered by you.